Sketch the graph of line. Question 2. Sketch the graph of line y equals to minus 2 over 3x plus 2. So as in question number 1, we'll follow the procedure of sketching the graph by first finding what is the y-intercept. So what is the y-intercept in the equation y equals to minus 2 over 3x plus 2? Well, see the equation in the form of y equals to mx plus b, right? So here, if you see it in that form, then you know b is the y-intercept. So the y-intercept is number 2, plus 2. So let's mark plus 2 as y-intercept on our graph for the line. So that is always the first point to put on the graph, y-intercept, b, which is 2 in this case. So that's our first point, correct? Now we'll look into the slope. What is slope for us? As you can see, slope is minus 2 over 3. So the slope from the equation can be found m as coefficient of x. Whatever comes before x, that is the slope. So in this case, it is minus 2 over 3. Now, minus 2 over 3 means that if I move from point 2, which is the y-intercept, I could go minus 2 up, rise. This is rise, correct? So let me write this as rise over run. So slope, as you know, is rise over run, correct? So we will use rise over run technique to draw or to get to the next point. So rise is minus 2. So minus 2 means negative 2. Negative means going down by 2. So instead of rise, it is kind of fall, correct? So it is minus 2. So we'll come down 2 units. 1 and then 2. So that's the rise. And then run of 3. 3 is plus for us, right? So let's do ground running along the ground, x-axis, 3 units. So that is 1, 2, and 3. So you land at this particular point. Let's mark this as a second point. Correct? So we have another point on the graph. Now when we have 2 points, you can always draw a line using 2 points. But let's find the third point also. In this case, what we will do is, we will see our equation in a different form. Only the slope part. How? I can write the slope m as equals to 2 over minus 3, right? Still it is minus 2 over 3, right? This will also give me slope of minus 2 over 3. Do you agree with me? 2 over minus 3. Well, it helps to get us another point. How? Now, if you see, 2 means rise of 2. So let's go back to our y-intercept b, which is 2 for us. From here, rise of 2. So let's go rise of 2, which is 1 and 2. So we got to this point. That is rise of 2. And now run of minus 3. Minus means towards left this time. Minus 3 is always on the left side. So minus 3 will give us 1, 2, and that's your minus 3, right? That's the point you reach if you start from 2 for a slope of 2 over minus 3. So that is our third point. Do you see that? Now once we have these points with us, we can always join them with a straight line and draw our line, which will represent the slope, which will represent the equation of the line in slope-intercept form, correct? So these are our points. When connected, give us a line, and that's the line. So this line is y equals to minus 2 over 3x plus 2, correct? So once you have a line, then you can check whether the points on the line satisfy the equation or not, correct? So let's check it. This point is which point? Let me make a table for these points. Here is my table. So in the table, I am going to write x values and y values, okay? So these are my x values and these are my y values. So x value for us is, let's start from here. the x value is minus 3 and the y value is 4. X is minus 3, y is 4. Next point, 0, 2. Next point, 3, 0. 3, 0. Let's put this point here. If I write minus 3 for x, what do I get? So it becomes, let me write minus 3 for x and calculate what do I get for y. So y is equals to, that is what I'm trying to check, right? So y is equals to minus 2 over 3, x I'm writing as minus 3 times minus 3 plus 2. So it becomes plus 6 over 3 plus 2. That becomes 6 divided by 3 is 2, 2 plus 2 is 4. So we get y value of 4. That is correct. Do you see that? Similarly, if I put 0 here, 0 times anything is 0 and y equals to 2. Well, that had to be true because we started with this point, right? Now let me try 3 here. So if I try 3, then 3 times 2 is minus 6. Minus 6 divided by 3 is minus 2. And minus 2 plus 2 is 0, which we get here. So all these 3 points lie on our graph. Now what you need to do as an exercise, okay, that is an exercise for you. Extend this table. What I'm trying to say is extend this table means for different values of x, find different values of y. So let's say the x value is 1, which we don't know, right? Figure out what is this algebraically and see, does it meet? Minus 1 and let's say a point x of 4 and minus 4. Check these values. Do they fall on your line? That is an exercise for you. But in any case, I hope you learned the technique of sketching a graph given equation of line in slope-intercept form. Step number 1 is to find what y-intercept is. Plot that point on the graph. Here the y-intercept was 2. Step number 2, look for the slope and write it in this form, minus 2 over 3 or 2 over minus 3. That will give you rise over run and next points on the graph. Join those points and get your line. I hope you enjoyed the process, and now let's move on to question number 3. Thank you.